Hi, let's talk about an interesting topic called supplementary feeding. It is about baby foods, and we are trying to introduce new foods into the baby's diet, which primarily consists of breast milk. And this supplementary feeding is not a substitute for breast milk, but we are, as the term suggests, we are supplementing some extra things into the baby's diet. Initially it is vitamin C, because breast milk is devoid of vitamin C, and slowly we are enhancing the amount of carbohydrates and then introducing fats also into the baby's diet. So let's begin. The topic is supplementary feeding. We can divide the supplementary foods or supplementary feeding system or process into three categories. First is from 4 months to 6 months, first period. Second is from 6 to 8 months, and third is from 8 months to 1 year. In the first phase, we can introduce liquid foods into the baby's diet, and in the second phase, we have to go with semi-solid foods, and in the third phase, we are introducing solid foods. So let's begin with the first phase, that is 4 to 6 month period. In this phase, along with the breast milk, we have to introduce fruit juices, vegetable soups, or pulse water. Regarding fruit juices, we have to make use of oranges or grapes or any fruit that is available according to the season, and squeeze it and sieve it. Take the concentrated juice, initially dilute it with water and feed the baby like 2 to 3 teaspoons per feed. And slowly we can reduce the amount of water that is added, and we can give it in concentrated form like around 80 ml. Now coming to vegetable soups, we have to boil green leafy vegetables and take the liquid portion. After sieving it, add a bit of salt. Babies do not need much of a salt, and then feed the baby. We can also boil pulses and then mash the pulse along with the water that is used for boiling and feed the baby. This is going to give even slight amounts of protein into the baby's diet. So initially, before 4 months, if we start this feeding, it's going to cause diarrhea in the baby, because the baby's GIT or digestive system isn't ready to digest such heavy substances. It is tuned to digest only milk. So initially, before 4 months, it's not a good idea to introduce supplementary feeds. And after 6 months, if we start to introduce some foods, it's going to cause undernutrition in the baby, because just breast milk is insufficient after 4 months. So from 4 to 6 months is the right time to introduce supplementary feeds. Now coming to the next phase called from 6 months to 8 months, in this time period we can introduce semi-solid foods like porridges, thin porridge made of cereals like semolina or rice or wheat or sago seeds, and then after boiling in milk, to sweeten it, we can add sugar or jaggery. It is the right time to prepare something called germinated wheat powder and store it in airtight containers and make use of it. 1 teaspoon of it we can add in every porridge that is made and feed the baby. Now let's go into the preparation of this germinated wheat powder. We have to buy around 200 to 250 grams of wheat seeds, and then soak in, after cleaning it of course, soak in water for around 12 hours, and then wrap it in a damp cloth for 24 hours or so, and then 24 or even 48 hours, and then dry it in sunlight for around 8 hours, and then remove the sprouts and powder it and store it in airtight containers. This is called germinated wheat powder. It is of immense use, it enhances the nutrients in the diet, and 1 teaspoon of it with every porridge is going to see to it that the porridge is of the right consistency, and at the same time we are getting double benefits. Now coming to the third phase, that is from 8 months to 12 months, it is the time when the baby starts to have teeth. So we can introduce crunchy items like boiled potatoes and chopped it into pieces, and then we can give something like small pieces of chapati or bread after softening them in milk or in curd according to the substance that we are using. Then we can give thick porridges as well, along with that germinated wheat powder 1 teaspoon. Then we have to introduce something like biscuits or rusk or even boiled meat, egg or fish, because unless the baby's body is introduced to these foods, after 1 year it becomes difficult. Baby will be more of selective, selecting some particular items. So to avoid that, this is the time period when we can try a variety of items like chapatis or like mashed rice according to the digestive capacity of the baby. And then by 1 year the baby will be ready to eat everything that is prepared in home. So that is the ultimate aim of this entire feeding process, that is we are supplying the baby's body with the essential nutrients and at the same time enhancing its digestive capacity, as well as we are strengthening the gums and the teeth so that the baby is able to digest, or baby has a desire to consume the food that is made at home, and as well as it can digest it properly. So this is about supplementary feeding. Thank you for watching.